Hello YouTube, this is Waynisha Smith, and I just want to say I'm just going to do all the episodes. I'm going to try my best to do all the episodes tonight. If I don't finish, I'll finish tomorrow. But this is Star Wars Season 3, Episode 13. This is a more laid-back episode. It's not very heavy. I figure the creators will be like, yo, we just did torture, we just did loss, we just did pain and suffering, and it was just a heavy two episodes that they did. So I guess the creators was like, let's do something a little bit more lax, more laid back. And it wasn't just a regular filler episode. This episode absolutely pushed the story along, but at the same time was more relaxed. Give us the viewers a breather. It gave us a breather, and it also wasn't a waste of our time. It did in fact push the story along. So anyway, in this episode, the Empire sent out droids, and these droids aren't regular droids. These droids were sent by Admiral Thrawn, and these droids are freaking. They look harmless, but they're actually very, very deadly. So these droids are sent by Admiral Thrawn, and if Admiral Thrawn is sending out droids, they must serve a purpose. Not a great purpose, but a purpose that will help achieve an even greater purpose. So this droid basically lands on their base, and everybody is gone. Basically, the only person's at the base is Zeb. Everybody else is on practice runs that are probably going to take a few days to complete. So, a few days, like basically training the troops, practicing with the troops, and all that good jazz. So Zeb is basically on the base with the droids, just doing regular work and stuff like that. So he has Chopper and that other tall droid that's very snooty. I like this tall snooty droid. I don't know its name, but it makes me happy. To be honest, in Star Wars, I don't know why droids aren't respected. I mean, I feel like droids are like sentient creatures. They think, they feel, they have dreams, they have feelings. Why not make these things sentient? Because sentient with the same rights as everybody else. These things are, I feel like if they were in our world, they'll be like Overwatch, whatever. So anyway, as the episode go on, the droid that is from the Empire basically gets a little damaged, and it forgets why it's there. But once it then regains its memory, and then it tries to basically destroy them. And basically try to get basically just try to destroy them and attacks them. Zeb manages to wrestle it to the ground after tracking it down and using Chopper as bait. He wrestles this droid to the ground after all that. Not before the droid then threw him around like a rag doll. Zeb can take a lot of punishment, by the way. Zeb gets thrown around like a rag doll, but eventually wrestle this thing to the ground, and they manage to turn it off, which faces them with a problem. If this droid doesn't come back, then the Empire is gonna like come around looking for it, and they're going to find the base. But it can't stay here. It can't go back because it will reveal the location of the base and give all that sensitive information to the Empire. So it can't stay here, it can't go back. And Zeb basically come up with the idea, which is an idea I would never have thought to myself. Like, if I was in that situation, that's the thing about Star Wars Rebels. Even though it's on Disney XD, it comes up with solutions that not even I would think about. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't know what to do in that situation. So, it goes back. Like, you hate it when people come into your videos. So anyway, ignore that. That was just a friend of mine. She loves Star Wars too. I think she does. Anyway, so so they basically come up with the idea that they're going to send it back, but when it hooks back up to the Empire, it explodes. And involuntarily, they end up destroying a whole warship, which is kind of cool. I mean, they wasn't expecting it to destroy the warship. They just wanted to destroy whatever it hooks back up to and destroy itself. It wasn't anticipating the whole warship. So anyway, when everybody else come back, they're like, what's going on? Zeb actually calls them back to tell them what happened, but he didn't want to tell them everything. But the droid's like, nope, I can tell you exactly what happened. And that's basically him getting in trouble. And Chopper's like, I have nothing to do with this. And everybody's like, what do you mean you have nothing to do with this? What happened? Basically, this was a light filler episode, but like I said, this also pushed the plot along, because at the end of this episode, Admiral Thrawn's like, the commander was like, yo, Thrawn, your droid destroyed the warship, aren't you sad about it? Admiral Thrawn's like, no, like, yes, the rebels have secured the location of the base. We don't know where the base is at. We don't know where anything is at, but at the same time, they narrowed down our search. So Admiral Thrawn is basically closer to the base than he ever was before. And that's why I said this episode was a filler, but at the same time, it wasn't wasteful. They pushed the plot along. Admiral Thrawn is closer, and we're seeing more of the Imperial spy. Like, remember, in the beginning of this episode, the only person who knew about this droid going missing for a while was the commander from the Imperial. Remember, he's a spy, and he's turning against the Empire for the rebels. So he says, like, no, we can't follow up on every droid. I guess that was his way of giving the rebels time to locate the droid or avoid the droids. So the droids are gone. So this episode was just a filler, but at the same time it pushed the plot along, and this was a great episode. So I have no more thoughts about this episode. So let me know what you thought about Star Wars Rebels Season 3 Episode 13 in the comment section below. Have a good night, y'all. I'll see y'all later.